Welcome to the Fast Track Technology Academy TV show. My name is Ibrahim Mohammed Hashi, your host for today. In this episode, I'll be taking a very different interview with a very amazing special guest, which I have on my left-hand side, Abdallah Abdallahi, where I'll be talking to you guys about degree apprenticeships, normal apprenticeships, the different levels of apprenticeships, and how you can get one, and how our bootcamp will help you to get one. So, without further ado, Abdullah, could you please give us a short insight into your background, and can you talk to us about how you actually managed to break into the IT industry?
My name is Abdullah, and I do a degree apprenticeship in computer science, specializing in artificial intelligence. I go to a university here in London, and I'm in my final year of university studies. I do what they call a degree apprenticeship, which is a combination of both a degree and an apprenticeship. A degree, which means I go to university and study as normal, and an apprenticeship where I gain experience and work in hand, in depth in the industry. A degree apprenticeship is the best of multiple worlds, in which you go to university, you get paid for going to university, you get work experience, and also you have your university fees subsidized, if not paid for completely. On the other hand, you're an employee for a company in which you gain work experience from whilst getting paid for.
As you've already mentioned, Abdullah, you managed to get a degree apprenticeship, which is a remarkable and amazing achievement. So my burning question is to you, how did you manage to get this degree apprenticeship? As we know, it's very hard to get.
From a very young age, I had a deep passion for computing, gaming, and technology. This passion of mine has been noticed by my parents, in which they have allowed me to enroll into the Fast Track Technology Academy. After I've joined the bootcamp, I've taken a lot of coding courses in which I have gained the knowledge of JavaScript and even React and even more skills. As soon as I've graduated from the bootcamp, I've applied for a degree apprenticeship. I had enough knowledge and experience from what I've learned in the bootcamp to be able to apply for the degree apprenticeship. What I have gone through in the application process was rigorous and intensive, but with the knowledge I have acquired from the bootcamp, it has allowed it to make it a seamless and easy experience for myself. The degree apprenticeship consisted of multiple stages. Step one was going online and finding out what I liked. I went in, found a company that goes within my values and what I'm looking for, and applied for it. Step two, going in for an interview in which they have determined why am I applying, or what am I applying for, do I have the knowledge and skills for it, and also they just want to get to know me. Once you pass that process, step three, people skill interview, in which I went in, given an elective project in which I had to do it within a team. My leadership skills was being tested in that scenario. My people skill, in which how do I communicate with people, am I a team player, and whether I am capable of working in a large grand scale project within a team was determined via that interview. Step number four was the academic part of the interview, in which my capabilities was tested out. I've taken a written test, a numerical test, and a coding test. The coding test was the most important of them all, since it links back to the computer science aspect. After passing stage number four, step number five, this is the last part, and this is the more fun part of the process. This is when you have completed all four aspects of the process and you know you have gotten. You're able to select where you want to go. If university-wise, are they able to accommodate a different university for you? This verifies of course, from university to university, company to company, the policies may be different. Stage five is the more light-headed aspect of the process, in which you are onboarded onto the program. This means that you meet your colleagues, you meet your team mentor, and you also learn about the company's policy and the projects going ahead. Stage five is also the final aspect to it, in which you go to university and you prepare yourself for your course and going forwards.
Abdullah, so what do you do exactly as a degree apprentice, and what is some of the benefits you're entitled to?
So the main aspect of what I do is basically being a junior software engineer. This means that I just do regular development, maybe front end, maybe back end, but all around it gives me a glimpse of everything and anything.
Yeah.
What the job entitles me to, of course, the apprenticeship, they pay me a regular salary. It may not be the best, but it's something at least for a university student.
Yeah.
Also, it allows me to avoid the interest aspect of the university. My university degree is somewhat subsidized, somewhat paid for. Another aspect is I get to travel the world. That's a little hidden perk, like not outrightly told. This aspect is that I get to go to conferences, seminars, I get to go to talks abroad. I get to visit other universities and other projects all around the world.
So, what's some of the countries that you've been to? Because I'm sure people as young as you would love to explore the world. So, like, could you name some countries outside the UK that you've been to, if you don't mind?
So I have been to a lot of European countries.
Okay.
Germany is now, of course, one of the advanced forefronts in the artificial intelligence world. I've also been to Netherlands in regards to a talk, in regards to the chip industry. I've also been to Romania. I've been to Italy, France, Portugal, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Scandinavian countries. I've been to Ireland, Bulgaria, Slovakia, and many countries in Europe and many more around the world. I practically killed two birds with one stone. I get to explore the country whilst also gaining an insight into the computer and IT industry there.
That's quite amazing, Abdullah. Someone like you, so young, traveling around the world. It makes me blush a little bit because I wish I got to do something like that. But I just want to ask you, yes, you're traveling around the world, you're seeing all these amazing places, and you're going there for business reasons. As you said, you're going for a conference. So I'm guessing that's business related. And if you can talk to me about how the company funds you for that, you can enlighten me on that.
So yeah, I do go for conferences and so on. So this means that it's an expensive trip. Of course, I do get the little cheeky tourism aspect of it, but most of it is for work. So I do get it paid for. My daily allowance is given to me, and also my living expenses whilst there is given to me whilst I'm abroad.
What advice would you give to someone who's looking to start a degree apprenticeship and also trying to avoid the traditional routes like going to university, paying large sums of money, or even like getting themselves into a loan, like 40k loan? Maybe some people get themselves into that. So if you could just enlighten us about like how you can get a degree apprenticeship and what process you would suggest.
With a degree apprenticeship, you can find it from multiple different sources, all right? Maybe from your own school's website. Maybe you can find it online in the government website. Maybe you can find it from the company you're looking for. Maybe the main aspect of a degree apprenticeship is that you get to get a somewhat subsidized education. So right now, instead of paying 9,250, you are able to get it at a reduced rate if you're trying to avoid the interest or you're trying to avoid going into heavy debts whilst you're still young.
Yeah.
Second question is, how do one person get down the route? The best way is having knowledge under your belt of basic requirements of the computers. You need to know some coding skills.
Thank you, Abdullah, so much for this interview. I'm sure many young viewers listening will be deeply inspired by what you've said and the journey you've gone through and where you traveled to as well. It's very nice to talk to you. So thank you for taking the interview.